The relationship between Gautam Gambhir and current Kolkata Knight Riders owner Shah Rukh Khan is one that goes back a very long way, and it's pretty clear, basis what you've heard from two of them, that there is definitely a mutual respect that exists between the two men. I mean, of course there would be, because why else would Shah Rukh then personally request Gautam Gambhir to leave the mentorship of the Lucknow Super Giants and come back to be the mentor of the Kolkata Knight Riders, thus bringing back Gambhir to the franchise for the first time in years. Both of them clearly do have a lot of respect and admiration for one another, and this was very evident recently in an episode which Gambhir recorded with R. Ashwin on his YouTube channel, wherein he spoke in detail about the kind of equation and relationship that the two of them share. And it seems that one of the reasons both of them have a very good equation is because Gambhir does tend to have a little bit of freedom to do things his way. Yes, he's part of a coaching system alongside a Chandrakant Pandit and of course the rest of the coaching staff, but there's no interference from top management, specifically not from Shah Rukh Khan, which is perhaps why Gambhir actually went on to say that SRK is the best team owner I've ever worked with, and then further elucidated on the reasons why. He said that in 7 years of me captaining KKR, we did not speak even 70 seconds about cricket. He never asked me a single question about the sport. Can you imagine that? Now, the reason, of course, he said this is because we know that there are a lot of team franchise owners who can sometimes be a little bit on the interfering side when it comes to things, and of course there's a saying or belief that there's nothing wrong with being invested in your team's successes or failures, but if you've employed experts to do their job, then perhaps you need to make an environment for them to do that job. And that's exactly what Gambhir says. He said, listen, we had not even 70 seconds worth of conversations on cricket in 7 years. In fact, the reason perhaps that SRK could do this so easily is explained very nicely in something else that Gambhir said in the same interview or sit down. He said that the first thing that Shah Rukh Khan told me in 2011 was that I don't like anybody telling me how to go about with my acting. And I'm sure you feel the same way when someone tells you how it is that you should play the sport of cricket. And Gambhir said, I said, absolutely. And perhaps that is why they both work so well together. There is not only a respect for one another, but there's no interference that comes about from the top. Shah Rukh Khan definitely is a very supportive owner. We do see him in a lot of matches for KKR, particularly the home matches, but he's also hands-off and allows or believes in allowing the people who he's put in place to do the role to do it to the best of their abilities. In fact, as he says, I don't like it when someone tells me about acting. So Gautam, I'm not going to tell you how it is you should go about and play cricket. In fact, Gambhir elucidated on this point further and said that he hasn't asked me one thing about what strategies we're using or what exactly will be the players' plans, players' roles, nothing of the sort. He's saying, as a mentor, I have a free hand, and that is something that, if you ask me, is really great, because we often hear about teams be having an owner who can be at times a little overbearing. An interesting example or an interesting parallel would be the owner of the franchise that Gambhir left, Lucknow Super Giants' Sanjeev Goenka. Goenka ended up causing an absolute storm when he gave skipper KL Rahul a very public dressing down after their humiliating loss to the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Now, most people said that it's fine, you wanted to have that conversation, but why not do it in private? Doing it in public felt like he was stepping outside a line, and that is something that clearly SRK doesn't like doing, and perhaps why Gambhir is so happy with him. But what are your thoughts on the matter? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us on social media, and don't forget to download the AajTak app. And last but not least, stay tuned, more such things coming your way. For now, from my side though, it is goodbye.